Pub's closed today.
Get out there, experience it.
Good.
Yeah, definitely recommend. Decided to go on the tarred road back to Broken Hill,
And then to Wilcannia.
and then yeah, we're probably going to stay at just a roadhouse, little Cobar roadhouse between Wilcannia and Broken Hill. Maybe we might get a bit further if we.
Depends on if there's any free camps along the way after that. But
Yeah, but yeah. So we're actually going to see some of Broken Hill.
we're going to go
which we
see a
haven't
servo.
planned to. We'll fill up petrol. Kids want some ice creams, and then we'll get going. It's on the way home now, which is very depressing, but
Yep.
this one's only a short trip.
We've both got to go back to work on Thursday, so and then we've got doctor's appointment on Wednesday,
Yeah.
and I've got massive amounts of cleaning to do.
Hoping the mud kind of just falls off on a lot of the trip home.
Yeah, hopefully the big clumps of mud just fall off, so it doesn't go everywhere at home. Anyway,
Yeah.
see what happens.
Yeah. So yeah, 2 hours today, maybe more. See how we feel, and then yeah, big drives the next 2 days after that.
Yeah,
And it's daylight saving, so we've kind of lost an hour today as well.
yeah, but it's going to be lighter for longer, so
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
We'll check in when we get closer to where we end up. Little Cobar Roadhouse. It'll do us for the night. So, back in the car again.
we're off to a closer spot, New Wilcannia.
The closest one is further away.
So, sorry, closer to home.
So,
We use wiki camps a lot, and seems to be that they've taken a lot off of wiki camps, like free camps off, roadside stops off of wiki camps.
yeah, rest stops. And so, was just doing a bit of a search along the route home for where we might be able to stop the next couple of nights, because we've got 2 days and we're just wondering whether to punch one day out and then have a more relaxing day the next day, or do two, like half. Anyway, I was looking and there's a place that we've stayed that wasn't on there, and I thought, oh, maybe I might just go and have a look at Camplify. And on Camplify there's a whole range of other rest stops that aren't on wiki camps, and I definitely know that one,
Yeah, 100%.
yeah,
It's still there too, like it's been there for years.
yeah, at Casillas. So yeah, we stayed there like earlier this year, and it was on wiki camp. So interesting. So yeah, we thought, what is it, another 1 hour 40, and it'll get us there about 6:30. But
It's alright.
what?
Did it go out?
Where is it? There's a wasp in the car.
It's not a wasp.
Well, we'll have a look.
Just squash your back like that, Charlotte, so you can squash it if it's still in here. I said if it's still in here.
Just squish it back so it squishes it behind you.
in your bum and your back. If it's gone behind you. Oh yeah, back onto what were you saying?
So, yeah, McCullik Park Rest Area, I think it's called. outside of Wilcannia. We'll check it out. We'll see what it's like. If it's not, then I think we're going to have to end up in a paid one, which is pretty crap because we've already paid for tonight. But
oh well, it happens.
It's what it is. So we're here at McCullik Park rest area. So another couple of hours of driving. This is okay. It's a little bit close to the road, but I think it kind of quietens down at night time. So we'll see how we go. But plenty of room, lots of space. And there, I think there's toilets down there as well, so that will be good. And some bins.
We're here for like
12 just hours. To sleep, basically. So we're leaving McCullik Park rest area. It was all right for an overnighter, and we'll get on the road and we'll see where we get to today. So today we have left McCullik Park rest area. That was all right for an overnighter.
Yeah, wasn't the best overnighter, but it's fine.
I didn't sleep very well. I was just worried that I was hearing sounds and stuff outside. We left our shoes outside. Our Crocs. Thought our Crocs were going to get stolen.
There's no one there.
And then I realised I left one of the hatches unlocked, and then like, oh, someone's going to come and steal stuff from all the hatches. But yeah, it was fine. And the noise, like the road noise was fine. That kind of the traffic.
Yeah,
there was no traffic. So yeah, it was fine.
That was all right.
Fine for an overnighter. It did its job. We kind of got that bit further along. So yeah. And so the plan today was that we were going to stop at Nyngan, but now that we are that bit further along, we're thinking we might go even further.
Ballimore.
To Ballimore, which is just outside of Dubbo, on the eastern side of Dubbo. So it'll make tomorrow a shorter trip, which...
Eastern side or western side of Dubbo?
Eastern.
Okay.
Past Dubbo.
Okay.
Yeah, which will make tomorrow a shorter trip, which is good for Luke.
Good for everyone. Good for the kids. They're starting to get at each other.
So yeah, and so we're planning on staying at the free campground there, which is just across the road from the Hair of the Dog Inn. So we'll go to the pub, get a drink. We haven't stayed at like a pub campground yet.
No, never.
We were going to stay at Bogan River Weir at Nyngan, which is similar to what we have been kind of staying at, like where we could do fishing and all of that kind of stuff. So yeah, we'll stay at something different. We'll get a bit further, and we might stop at Nyngan for lunch, check out the big Bogan, get a photo with the big Bogan, and then continue on. Update on wiki camps too from yesterday. So they do have rest stops on wiki camps now, but it's a different icon, and don't know if we've turned it off or not, but we feel like it's just appeared, but it's kind of off on people's apps, on people's filters until you turn it on. So all of the ones that used to be free camps as rest areas are now a rest area icon in themselves. So yeah, if you have that turned on, then the rest areas do show up, but it does say like that they're not, like they can't guarantee they're for camping or not. But yeah, so they're definitely still in wiki camps, but just in a different thing, not a free campground. So yeah, good to know, good lesson to learn. But yeah, we'll be kind of using that and Campedia now in combination, because Campedia might have stuff that Wikicamps doesn't. So yeah, interesting. we've just stopped here at Nyngan for some quick lunch and we'll get some photos and then we're back on the road again. Nyngan coach. Cobar. Imagine travelling all the way to Broken Hill on that.
Yeah, I would hate it.
What are you making, Hugo?
Yes.
I don't know. What is it? A fish?
No.
A hat? A sword?
No.
Oh, I can't guess it. A plane? A gun? I don't know. What is
I've already
it?
made a gun, so no.
What is it?
You'll find out at the end.
Oh.
That's my gun.
Okay.
So it is an arrow gun.
Arrow gun.
And it still shoots like a gun. It's just, it looks like a gun.
Cool.
I'm
That's
still
good. So it
working
shoots
on it.
arrows, does it?
Yeah. It doesn't shoot arrows, it shoots bullets.
Bullets.
And I have a couple of bullets in there, and I don't have to reload.
Good. Good job. After a huge day of driving, I reckon it was a good 6 hours maybe, we're at the free campground for the Hair of the Dog Inn in Ballimore. So we'll get set up, have a drink and relax.
And the pub's closed today. So we're just having a look around outside. All the scenery stuff. So, 10 minutes it took to do this shot.
Shut up.
10 minutes.
We've arrived.
It was quicker to set the van up.
Shut up. We've arrived at our last destination on the way home from the Darling River Run. So we're going to wrap this up here and we'll do a bit of a quick recap of the trip just to finish off. So the Darling River Run starts from Burke, and the Burke to Louth or Roselle Station.
Well, Louth, because Roselle Station's halfway on.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
road.
That road's pretty good. We were back in the red dust. Haven't been in red dust since the Cape, which it was, I don't know, quite good to be in red dust again, isn't it?
Yep.
At the start.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah. And then...
Except the canopy's always full of dust.
Oh, there we go. How many's that?
I don't know.
And, yeah, Burke was really nice. Maze Bend was really nice. Good
Maze
spot to
Bend's
stay
awesome.
when you're starting the Darling River Run.
Maze Bend is really good. You could just go there and have
Yeah,
4 nights there
yeah.
and then come home. Like, Maze
Yeah.
Bend was awesome.
I reckon my favourite part of the trip was that first bit.
No, Maze Bend.
Maze Bend and
Rose
then Rose
Isle.
Isle Station. So, yeah, Rose Isle definitely recommend. Really top spot to stay. Had a really good few days there. We actually extended it. We're only having 1 night. We made it 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was $36 a night.
Yeah.
Rose Isle Station.
Yeah, so Rose Isle recommend. And then from Rose Isle we went to, or through
Went through
Louth
Louth.
to Tilpa Weir.
Yep.
We went on the, I don't know if it's eastern or southern side of the river for that, and it was like a single lane kind of goat track, but
Yeah.
the
It
road
was good though.
It was good.
I
yeah.
could sit on like 80k's easy.
Yeah.
Little
It's
problem.
Really good. Fuel, we filled up in Burke, and then we looked at Louth, but Louth was quite expensive.
Yeah.
So we didn't fill up in Louth, we filled
Think
up
it-
in Tilpa.
I think at Louth it was $2.99.9.
Yeah,
It
yeah, like
was-
nearly $3.
I couldn't believe it. But
And Tilpa was $2.40,
yeah,
I think.
$2.40 or $2.38 or something like that.
Yeah.
But
So Tilpa, interesting little town, interesting pub. We wrote our
Pub's
name.
good. Again, let's go back to Tilpa. Let's go to the
Yeah,
pub.
yeah. The food, the fuel there was good. They had food. We didn't eat there.
Oh,
We
we just
stayed
had
at
a few
Tilpa
beers.
Weir, which, yeah, plenty of spots at Tilpa Weir. So that's another free spot to stay. And then from there, it was to Wilcannia. And so we crossed the river and we went on the western side or the northern side, depending on how you kind of look at it. And that road was pretty good too.
Yeah, that was good too.
Yeah, yeah. Except there, we saw heaps of snakes. All these snakes on the road.
Yeah, browns.
Yeah. Freaked out every single time because I don't want to run over them and kind of catch up under the caravan.
And heaps of shinglebacks too.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Didn't
and
ever get a
emus.
shot of the shingleback. But yeah, that was good. And then White Cliffs, so kind of not on the Darling River Run,
So we
but
went-
we had a night out at White Cliffs.
So we went from Rose Isle to White Cliffs basically. Didn't we?
What do you mean? We
No,
stayed at Tilpa Weir.
sorry. We went from Tilpa to White Cliffs.
Yes.
Through Wilcannia,
Yeah.
out to White Cliffs.
Yeah, Wilcannia doesn't really have many places to stay, except caravan park. So, yeah, White Cliffs, that was good. An interesting kind of broke it
Yeah,
up
White Cliffs
to
is
something a bit different.
Pub's good there.
Yeah, pub's good. And then back to Wilcannia and to Menindee on the Darling River Run again. We were on the western side.
Western side, yep.
Don't rate that road.
That was worse than the Cape. That was just, like, the Cape's corrugated, but you drive to the corrugations. So when we were in the Cape, we were doing like 70, 80 kilometres an hour most of the time. On that run, I think an average would have been probably 50 to 60 Ks. It
Felt like we were
it
going
was-
like 10 k's an hour.
It was dreadful.
Yeah.
Even if it didn't rain, it was really, really bad.
Yeah, yeah. And it wasn't like, it was just holes everywhere. And it was like a long, nearly 3 hours, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like supposed to be 2 or 2.5. And it
2, I
felt
think.
like,
I think it was supposed to
a
be 2 or
long-
just over 2, and I think it took like 2:45 or
long
something.
drive. Lots of wildlife, but a long drive. And then the rain.
Yeah.
The rain.
The rain wasn't too bad.
I just can't believe, like, a few drops and the trying to get through that mud. Like,
Yeah.
it
She
just
started to
turned to
slip-
mud straight away. And
Started to slip around and you could feel it bogging down.
Yeah.
It was totally
you
different.
wouldn't
I've
want
never,
any more rain than that, would you?
no, I've never felt anything like that. And it wasn't like my train. It rained for probably 5 minutes, if that. But it rained. There was 3 kilometres, 4 kilometres maybe of wet road.
Yeah.
And just, yeah, you could hear, like, the front of the car, there was that much mud on the mud flap.
Yeah.
When I turned the steering wheel, turned the tyre one way, you could hear the mud once it had dried
Yeah.
hitting
Yeah,
them.
insane.
The
We've
tyre
never
hitting the
experienced
mud.
anything like that before. It rained when we were in the Cape, but
Rain when we were in the Cape.
do that.
They had water trucks, water tankers going.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we got a bit muddy, but it was nothing like this.
Yeah. So yeah, that road, and then the other side of the river is actually closed.
It's
so
closed,
it's the
yeah.
only way to go
Yeah.
to Menindee Lake. So
So that's why we went.
yeah,
That's why we went
back to Broken Hill.
to
But
Broken
yeah,
Hill.
the Darling River Run does continue on from Menindee right down to Wentworth, where it meets the Murray. So we just didn't have enough time to
No.
do that this time. But yeah, it was good. it was a good trip. Lots of wildlife, lots
Heaps
of
of
fishing. So you can see some different things. Like, it doesn't have to be all the same. We tried to kind of put a station in there and White Cliffs in there. We filled up in Wilcannia too.
Yeah, we filled up in
Try and use the fuel stop that's not on the road. The one at the back, I think it's BP self-serve, heaps cheaper. And there's a tap there too. So
yeah, the tap on
drinking water tap, which is good.
On Wiki Camps it says it's non-potable, but the tap there and there's a sign that says potable. So we filled up a tank with it, but we don't drink out of our tanks very often. So even though we've got a filter,
sign, like if the sign says it.
Yeah, even though we've got a filter on the tank, like we don't really drink out of much. We buy like 10-litre bottles, 10-litre things of water just in case, because we really don't want to get sick.
Yep. And then Menindee Lakes looked different as well. So we've tried to kind of break it up and have some really different experiences and different places to stay. And shame we couldn't continue down and see like the Mungo National Park and
Menindee Lakes. Menindee Lakes was beautiful. That Kopi Hollow Caravan Park that we stayed at was like an oasis in a desert. It had grass. It was really good.
Yeah, but I think good trip.
Yeah,
what was it? A week
again.
and a half.
Week and a half.
But like probably 2 days on either side travelling just to get there. So maybe just over a week really.
Yeah.
But really good trip. You don't see or hear much about it, but would definitely recommend. Where was your favourite place?
Probably Maze Bend.
I think so too.
Maze Bend or
Rose Isle.
Yeah, Rose Isle was good, but I don't know. White Cliffs was good. Like I really enjoyed the time we had at the pub at White Cliffs, playing pool. The kids weren't fighting. It was just a good little.
Really, you're now ripping the brand.
Just an awesome little pub. But probably Maze Bend.
Yeah.
The kids didn't fight much. Egan was always out fishing. If you wanted to go fishing, you just went and did it.
And that's one problem. We've all been sick.
Oh yeah.
We've all been sick on the trip, but it hasn't. No. Hasn't really stopped us from doing anything, but it's been annoying.
We've all had it, and Sarah and I just can't shake it.
Oh. Gosh. Yeah. That's one thing I was a little bit nervous about with the kids. Like, we weren't really close to medical help, but they've been all right. They've been fine.
No, they've been fine.
Yeah, Darling River Run. Get out there, experience it.
Good.
Yeah, definitely recommend.
It's all right for an overnighter, except the train. There was one train, but what do you expect when you're right next to a train line? We're just there. And then the pub was just over there behind those trees. Be good if it was open. Long weekend, closed on the Monday.
Ready?
Yeah.
Let's go.
So we're saying goodbye to Ballimore.
Goodbye, Ballimore.
We'll see you on our next adventure.
Time to go and clean.
Bye.